Good news for the match, first of all.
I think that we only have a problem with Matt Jarvis on the injury front. He came off with a tight thigh at the end of the game on Saturday night. So we'll wait for him until tomorrow and then make a decision then. But at the moment he's looking doubtful.
Sam's 4 wins, then 3 defeats. Can you put your finger on what you were doing with those 4 wins and perhaps not doing so much with these 3 defeats?
Scoring goals, I think the basic reason, and then ultimately not defending consistently well throughout the whole period of the game. I think that there's just been a couple of lapses in concentration that certainly at Stoke and against Manchester United that the opposition have broke away and scored, and of course the influence from some very poor decisions by the referees in all 3 games. So we fell to some of our own deficiencies and some of the deficiencies from the officials in 3 games in the trot, which is extremely disappointing.
Kevin Nolan has actually come out and said that you're not getting the rub of the green. I guess that's something you share, is it, with refereeing decisions?
Well, at the moment, yes, because we've identified three times where a major decision has not been given. The first one was at Everton when Kevin Nolan got pulled down going into the box by Gareth Barry. At Stoke City, it was a blatant penalty, and of course we all know on Saturday night that Wayne Rooney fouled James Tompkins before he scored. Even though generally probably Wayne Rooney wouldn't have scored from there, so it wouldn't have been a significantly bad decision at that particular time, but with him scoring a goal, which was a spectacular goal, it was a major decision that went against us. So the fact of the matter is that we can't do anything about that. Only the PGMOL and the FA and the Premier League can do something about that. What I've got to do is get my team consistently defending well as we know we can with 13 clean sheets and become more of a goal scoring threat in terms of where we were when we played those 4 games where we won all 4 on trot, because we won by a 2-goal margin in all 4 of those games.
With regard to the refereeing, you mentioned the authorities. Have you considered approaching them about?
Well, we do all that through the delegates' reports, and we do what we need to do, and obviously give our opinion, and they go away and have that opinion as well as many others, and then we have to hope the next time we come round that when a referee makes a mistake, it's not against you. And the sad thing is you can't hide away from the fact that a mistake makes a big difference from a referee to the team who suffers it, as well as the team that actually gets advantage of it, because the big advantage is that it helps them win the game, and you have more difficulty in trying to get anything out of the game.
You've been dragged in, I guess, just a little bit more.
We have, yeah, definitely about that. Definitely never said or suggested we were ever safe when we're on the fantastic run we were on. And it goes to show the game changes very, very quickly. In the space of 3 games, we're now getting the old adage sucked back into the danger zone.
6 points clear though still. How many points do you think you'll need from those last 8?
38 points we'll need, and we'll try and get more than that as quickly as we can, but 38 points I think we'll be safe this year. And it's such a big game now, Wednesday night. Steve's fantastically well this season, back into the Premier League with Hull City, and he's sneaked 2 points at us with a great win against West Brom now, so it's the old adage, the big six pointer as it were, on Wednesday night, and then following that for us Monday night at Sunderland. So we're either going to be very, very nervous by next Tuesday, or we're going to feel a little bit safer.
Just a word on Andy Carroll. How key do you think he'll be in getting you to that target that you're after?
I think all the players are key. The fact that the disappointing thing for me is the fact that the players, with the great run that they achieved, was about the squad being nearly all fully fit. I think that with Matt Jarvis misses tomorrow, we've got Matt Jarvis, Marco Borriello and Joey O'Brien missing. and we've had Joey and Marco missing for a few weeks, but the rest of the team and the squad have been fully fit, and we haven't achieved the results that the performance is warranted, if you like. But at the end of the day, that's the disappointment for me, because we knew the bad times we had in December and January particularly were really down to the fact that the limited players we had available and the players that were having to play out of position was a major cause in us losing the game. At the moment, we're just not got that instinctive killer edge on the front line, and because we're going all out for it, particularly at Stoke and here against Manchester United, we've left the back door open a couple of times and the opposition have taken advantage of that.
Do you feel, just with regard to Andy, that he can still perhaps make a late push for England's World Cup squad?
I'll repeat myself and say he did it last season. He can do the same again this season. Last season he played the last, I think it was he played a bit more than that, but the last 12 games he scored 8 goals, and Roy picked him to go to America for that tour in the summer. And if Andy does a similar thing for us, the first thing he'll do is he'll help us be safe in the Premier League, and then hopefully do enough to want to get himself in that squad for Brazil. I mean, you know, it's a great incentive for him, massive incentive, but it can only be done by doing it for West Ham.